among us, living normal lives until called upon into another dimension.
No, we get into King of Fighters. Now, King of Fighters was a whole new sub game where they introduced 3-on-3 fighting, mashed all of their previous games together, the characters, and put them into this King of Fighting game. So you could have Fatal Fury characters, you can have Art of Fighting characters, you have all these characters plus some new characters, and put them into this new storyline. The thing about it is that the King of Fighters games have their own lore, their own characters. There's some standout characters that are always in it. Kyo Kusanagi, he's the main character of the King of Fighters lore. As much as they don't want to acknowledge it, Terry Bogard is still, he was from Fatal Fury. He's in this game too, and he's super popular. Yeah. Mai Shiranui, who was in Fatal Fury as well, is super popular. The guy she likes, Andy Bogard.
Terry Bogard's brother.
Yeah, so
Miss Taco Bell.
Who?
What? Miss Taco Bell.
She is not. So there's some standout characters that are in the game. The main part about that game is essentially there is 3 rival clans. The 3 rival clans are trying to prevent this entity called the Orochi power to get into the wrong hands, essentially.
So I don't know any of the lore or a whole lot of the characters. I couldn't tell you who they are. If I saw them, I'd probably be like, oh yeah, that's in that game.
Yeah.
Or I would accidentally mix them up in someone else's game. But
like she did multiple times while you watched this movie.
My limited knowledge is Terry Bogard, Andy Bogard,
and Joe. He got
Joe. No.
And I forgot what his
Korean
name
guy.
is.
Oh God.
Kim Kafwan.
So you
Kim
know,
Kafwan, the Taekwondo
he's a family
practitioner.
man. He's a family man. My introduction was with a Fatal Fury anime that I actually got when I was like 19 and I visited my family in Taiwan. Mm-hmm. So I picked it up and I was like, oh, this is cool. And the subtitles are in Chinese, but it's in Japanese, so I'm not knowing anything that's going on. I just hear the names Terry Bogard, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's that guy. And the ending song, which is iconic, which I kind of wish they probably would have saved the day if they put it at the end of this janky movie, but okay.
Okay, I'm gonna give my ranking, my ranking, 1 star to 5 stars on Fatal Fury. I'm not Fatal Fury, King of Fighters. All right. I'm gonna give it a 1. I'm gonna give it a 1.
10 out of 5.
-2.
A -2. God dang, that's not even.
This thing should not have been made.
Anakin, what do you give it?
10 out of 5. It was the best movie.
You can't give
ever.
a 10 out of. Did you enjoy it?
You could say that.
On this one, man, they took so many liberties that I don't even know why they even called it King of Fighters. It could be the thing where they have an existing script and throw this into the mix with King of Fighters.
Let's just name these characters from a franchise that people know.
What's her name?
Nothing to do with anything.
Maggie Q plays Mai. And the very easy thing for you to do, right? A super easy thing for you to do to be able to, like this is a hard suit to be able to take seriously and put in a fighting game. You can't really do this. Like a cosplayer could do this, but the cosplayer is not flipping around and playing and fighting. So you really have to take into consideration things, you know what I'm saying, and movements and things moving. So I understand not making this costume,
or the comfort of the actress too.
And the comfort of the actress, you know what I'm saying.
That's understandable as well.
Yeah.
Let's put her in something red.
Well, red. You could put her in something red. She had nothing on ever that was ever red. She had on
navy
blue,
gray,
black. That's a very big missed opportunity to be able to visually identify a character.
And get her powers correct, bro.
Like she has fire powers, you know, in the video game, and they gave her electricity, which I guess if you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, fire and electricity can.
She fights with fans, doesn't she?
And she fights with fans. They
Did she do anything?
No. it was just weird. The characterizations on this was just so off and awkward. It was just.
You didn't know anybody.
No, it was a tournament, but the tournament took place in some kind of alternate dimension. And the Orochi power was a part of that alternate dimension.
It was like a smoke. Did it look like smoke?
No, it was snakes. It was a bundle of snakes that just flew around in the air. It was a ball of snakes.
A ball of snakes.
A ball of snakes. No, like literally.
Yeah.
They were just hissing in the room.
The characters in it was
Rugal Bernstein, who was played by Ray Park, Iori, and then you have Mature in Vice, and you had Kyo Kusanagi, who his last name is Kusanagi, but that dude was white.
His name was Kenneth.
Kusanagi.
But
then I think the biggest travesty on this that hurt was Terry Bogard, right? Terry Bogard and Maya are my favorite characters in this whole thing. Probably Terry Bogard because he's so American. He's so Japanese American. How Japanese Americans think about America.
That's just Terry Bogard.
You know, all right. You know, like that. You know, they think about us. You know, we walk around with stars and trucker hats, flannel, and jeans all the times, and
we do that. You know,
so
we have a whole day dedicated to that.
That video game character is so like Japanese American. You know what I mean? This guy was like seriously like a middle-aged father.
He was like a cop.
He was a
FBI agent. Yeah, CIA agent. He wore a suit all the time. This dude he looked like he couldn't fight.
This dude's haircut wasn't
He needed his gun.
He had a haircut.
Yeah,
Terry Bogard has the longest,
long ponytail,
beautifulest ponytail that comes through the back of his hat.
And how they put him in his suit, in his Terry Bogard, how they put him in his Terry Bogard outfit is that He changed into his. No, he went into the other dimension, the fight dimension. And he just got a costume. And the costume looked like he was like, hi, my fellow high school students, my fellow teenagers. That's how he looked. He had like
he was still like 38 years old, and he had on some crispy jeans and a white belt. Terry Bogard wears like a white t-shirt that with the because he's like from America, from middle America, so his white t-shirt, the sleeves are rolled up or torn. He's got jeans, he's got sneakers on, he's got this red jacket with the iconic white star on the back, big old white star. It's sleeveless, and he got a cap.
At the time he didn't have his famous cap.
When he went to the bad guys.
When he went to the bad guys, fought all these homeless people, and then there's one dude that didn't even know what was going on. Looked like he was minding his own business.
Wouldn't even fight anybody.
Dude, Terry Bogard was like, yeah, I'm gonna punch him.
He decked the homeless dude who just walked up
in the face and stole his hat, and that's how he got his Fatal Fury hat.
Yeah, that's how he got his trucker hat that he always wears. He just punched his homeless guy in the face.
I gotta say also, so I make fun of, there is a King of Fighters series that you can watch. We watched it for free on YouTube.
Yeah, it's still on YouTube.
And it's pretty cool.
It was put up by SNK on their official
CGI,
site.
And it shows like Terry and Andy Bogard's early life as kids with their dad. And I make fun of how kind of rednecky they are, but they know kung fu too.
But
and
that's how they are though.
I make fun of Terry Bogard and his trucker kung fu.
Trucker kung fu, yeah, that's what it is.
That's what he's known for.
That's what it is.
There was no trucker kung fu going on in this.
Yeah, it was disappointing, man. It was super disappointing. Like I usually have fun at making fun of these movies, but this was a chore. Like
this
it was
hurt.
Yeah. Originally, I said that Mortal Kombat Annihilation makes you angry at some points because it makes it feel like they're making fun of you.
Yeah.
It made it feel like it was making fun of me for liking King of Fighters, the video game. I was just like,
at the very end, Terry Bogard ended up being. If I had to pick a favorite character, Terry Bogard would have been that. Because he slowly transformed into trucker kung fu Terry Bogard that I know.
Begrudgingly.
But it also felt like the people who made this movie were like, you know, you've stuck with us this long. Let's give you a reward. Let's give you a reward. Here's Terry Bogard.
The entire story is, you know, we haven't even gotten into the story. The story is summed up like this: Rugal, who is
Bro, that's a surprise that there was a
Rugal
story,
who is played by Ray Park, is
Apparently.
trying to get into this other dimension so he could just become the king of fighters.
That's
Essentially,
a lofty goal.
Essentially, that's it. They don't go into a reason or, you know, why he wants to become the king of fighters, what that really means. It just kind of is. He wants to get there to become the king of fighters, and, you know, the 3 clans from the video game, they're trying to stop him. They really don't really go into the 3 clans that much. They touched on it a little bit in a flashback, talking about what Iori, but other than that, they really don't talk about it too much. You don't know why the Orochi is a bunch of snakes.
I don't think they knew. They don't know why it was a
You
bunch
don't-
of snakes.
Like why is the tournament taking place in another dimension? Can you only use the Orochi power in this dimension? And if so, what like, there's a lot of questions. There's
So
just a lot
many
of questions.
No.
A lot of questions on why it's done that way. You know what I mean? It's strange. Like the budget for this one was clearly not what Dead or Alive had. Dead or Alive had a budget. Like, Constantine Film put some money behind it. You know, regardless of what you might think about it. This one, man, special effects were horrible, man, and like,
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
could tell
Like,
everything was a set. 'Cause everything was kind of closed in and dark.
and they had a line in there that was like Terry and Mai were talking. Mai says, "Why is it stinking here?" And he said, "Because we're the CIA and we don't have a lot of budget for this case. So you get what you get." And we're in a fish factory, and they pan out, and it's a fish factory that they're in, and they're just sitting in the middle of this fish factory, and that's why everything stinks. So it's kind of like Terry's telling you, look, we ain't got no budget, so you get what you get for this movie. We ain't got no budget. We're complaining, man. We're complaining. Y'all watching the King of Fighters movie, that's what you get. You know what I mean?
But
So
at the end, you get it.
yeah, you get to see him in his trucker outfit. And then, at the very, very end, you do get the stinger that Iori may still be controlled by the Orochi. So there could be a part 2. There won't be a part 2. So those are our 2 movies that we watched. I've seen Dead or Alive like about 5 times. I've seen
Dead or Alive is okay.
I've seen
So
King of Fighters about 3 times. I think today was my
On
4th
purpose?
time. Yeah, today was my 4th time watching it. And you know,
On
because I just want to be able to make sure that I hate things. I give things the benefit of the doubt. Like, I watched Tekken the movie. We can talk about that later too.
No, I need to watch it again because I forgot.
Tekken the live action movie. But then I sought out Tekken 2, the prequel to Tekken 1. I sought that one out, and it's bad. It's
You see what he does to
It's
himself,
horrible.
and then he wants us to suffer along with it. But even the King of Fighters thing was hard.
It was hard to make fun of
of
because it was just so like, are they making fun of me? So am I making fun of it, making fun of me?
Look at you suckers, watching
I
that stupid
know,
movie.
and especially after that line about the fish company, I was like, man, I don't know,
Wait a
man.
minute, are they talking about the fish company or are they talking about this very movie?
Please watch the
those
movies and let us know what you think. If you like the movies, let us know why you like them. If you
Let
hated
us
the
know why
movies,
you like them so we could like look at you and judge you.
no, we're not gonna look at.
I'm gonna look at you
don't
and be like, what's wrong
don't
with
listen to her.
The King of Fighters. Coming soon.
The one thing that I remember the most from the Terry Bogard Fatal Fury anime was at the very end. He walks off and he throws his hat up in the air, and there's this
Okay.
this song
Oh, angel, something. Blah, 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 blah.
And I was like, well, they could have really stuck it to us, and I would have been so conflicted if at the end of this stupid movie they put that in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
He turned around, he goes, okay. Again, like, share, comment. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Check us out. Go to toshgawauniverse.com. Check out our comic book series and our universe of characters. Our merchandise. We have shirts.
The button.
we got art. We got books. We got art books.
We got prints. So,
Come on, why aren't you over there yet?
but check us out. Give us a yell and let us know what you think about all the things that we have and what we said today. All right? So, anything you want to say, Anakin? All right.
Each lonely